How are you today? How are you feeling? Great. I'm also good. And I thank God. My name is Juliet, and welcome. Okay, let's put that one aside. The things which I want to discuss. And there's a topic I had talked about sometimes back, but maybe it did not spread. So if you are in a position to share this video with other people, then it will be good. That will be fine. I want people to know, especially the hearing. I'm addressing the hearing, not the deaf, the hearing, because all these things which I'm going to address, they come there. I have picked them from a group of people who are hearing. Audism. Do you know the meaning? This word means you have a negative attitudes towards the deaf people. These are hearing people who have a negative attitude towards the deaf community. Normally, we only have two tribes. We have two tribes. The first tribe, the deaf. The second is hearing. That's all. In the deaf culture, there are only two tribes. It's either you're hearing or you're deaf, period. Now, with the hearing, they have many tribes. That's fine. That's theirs. Let's just put that one aside. Okay, fine. Audism. There's something which happened sometimes back, and I felt so upset with what happened. I am not talking about this because I am an interpreter. No. I am not talking about this because this person is my friend. I am not talking about this issue because there's something which I want to attack someone. No. That's not my intention. But my intention is to let you know that whatever you do, whatever situation you find yourself in, please remember that other people, especially the deaf, also have emotions. They also have feelings. When you decide to abuse them, when you decide to misuse them, what's your intention? What is the benefit which you're going to get from doing all these things to a deaf person? Let me tell you a story why I became upset. There is a person, let's name this person Lucy. So this lady decided to open a shop. She wanted to have a shop. So the best thing she did is to search for a person to employ in this shop which she had. Because she's busy and she has so many things happening. So she decided the best way is to get a servant or a shopkeeper. Scouted for a shopkeeper and got. Guess who she got? A deaf person, which is fine. I was so happy that my deaf friend got a job. But just wait. What happened next made me to be upset. I felt pain Not because he was my friend, no, but how it happened. The reason behind being fired. This deaf person went to the shop, started working, then this lady decides to fire this deaf. Reason? Because this deaf was not in a position to talk with the clients. Having a free conversation with the clients, the customers. Of course, I must agree with the fact that if you're deaf, you cannot talk, but you use sign language. That's also their language. But the question which I am having to this person, when you decided to employ a deaf person, what did you expect? What were your expectations? That when they get to your shop, when they get into your shop, then they stop becoming deaf, then they start speaking normally. Like, were you expecting the deaf person to start speaking? The things which when we decide to do, we need to think twice. Actually, twice is not enough. Think thrice, four, five times before you do something. Then she fires a deaf person, then employs a hearing person. The message is clear. I want a person who is hearing. I want a person who can talk. I want a person who can speak faster with my clients. I felt bad. I was not happy. Because you cannot decide to employ a person but you know very well that if I employ this person, if it is working, if they have disability, they're not going to walk very fast because they have disability. When you decide to employ a person, please, you are not doing any favor to this person, because when you decide to employ a person, meaning they're going to use their energy, right? This person is going to use, they're going to use the skills which they have. This person is also going to use the mind. So there's no favor you are doing to this person, that when you employ them, so you think that I am doing them favor. Nothing like favor. They're using their skills, their mind, their energy, and power. They're using their body parts, the hands, the legs, the mind, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears to hear. So when you decide to employ a person, then you fire them because they have disability, then you are very wrong. That's a serious type of audism. Friends, let me tell you, there are things which we can never choose in this life. Hujafa haujaumbika. That's a book which was written by Ken Walibora. Yes. Hujafa hujaumbika. Meaning, if you're not dead, if you're not yet dead, then it means you have the things that soon will happen to you. There's so many open doors, many opportunities. There's so many things which you will miss, and there's some that you will get. Situations are going to get you. My friends, let's talk about these things. There are three things which you can never choose in this life. I sincerely speaking, you can never choose them in this world and this life. Number one, where you were born. You can never call your mom before you were born and tell, hey, mom, you know what? I want to be born in in the town or in the village or in the hospital. You can never do that. You can never do that. So when you're doing things, you need to know that there are things which we find ourselves in that situation, and we can never change because it is permanent. There's no change. Number two, your gender. You can never choose your gender. Leave the confusion which we have today, that the LGBTQ, where men wants to be women and women wants to be men. It's a confusion. Just leave that one aside. You are born, you're either a man or a woman. You are either a male or a female, period. Two, there's no confusion here. Unless you are two in one, where you have both the male and the female body parts. Which, okay, they are there, yes, but they're rare. They are very few. Few. The third, the third thing which you can never choose as an individual, your family. You can never choose your family. That today, or you're born, then you say, I want 10 family members only. Mm-mm. You can choose your friends, that's okay. But your family members, never. You can never. You can decide to love them from far, but you can never change the fact that they're your family members, because you're sharing the blood. The same DNA is in you all share the same DNA. Is that right? Yes. And finally, you can never choose to be born with a disability or no disability. You can never choose. No one chooses to be to no one chooses to walk in the wheelchair, to use the wheelchair. No. No one chooses to use the white stick if you're blind, for the blind people. No one chooses to be deaf. No person. No one wants that. But that does not mean that if you can see, you can hear, you can walk well, then you're lucky. Nothing like that. Physically, you can never change anything. You were born either either you are disabled or you are not disabled. Two. Period. So this issue which you think, because you can talk, you can walk, you can do your own things with without any sort of complication or challenge, so you think you're better. Wewe, you need to know that this life offers different things at different times. Maybe today is you're fine, today you are fine, you're fine, today you are fine. But tomorrow, you never know. There's some people who went to sleep, then they woke up, they can't see, they're blind. There's some people who they went for a journey, they were having a journey, they went for a journey, then an accident happened, then they become disabled. So when you see disabled people, please learn, learn. I repeat, please be kind to these people. They have enough. There's some types of disability which the society itself bring to these people. When you're building a house, and this house which you've built does not have stairs, and you know very well that different people are going to come and live in this place, in this house which you've built. When a disabled person comes, maybe they're using the wheelchair and you don't have the lift, what are you expecting? Are you not the person who has created disability? Are you not the person who has created disability? You are the person who is disabled in the mind because you're not thinking right. When you are having an event and it's a big event having different types of people, when you decide not to bring an interpreter, what are you not the person who is disabled mentally? Because you're trying to assume that all the people are hearing. With deafness, it's a unique type of disability, because it's you cannot just see it like the way you can see a person who is walking with walking using, I mean, wheelchairs, all the scratches. This person will just communicate with them and they're just silent, they're just looking at you. So between a deaf person and you who is hearing, and you have an event or a church service or anything, then you decide not to bring an interpreter. Between the two of you, who is mentally disabled? It's you. When you decide to have different occasions happening, when you decide not to include these people who have disability, when you cannot call them to participate in that event, when you cannot call these people to speak out, air their issues and solve them, then between these people who are disabled and you who you think you're normal, who is disabled in the mind? Is it you or them? Think twice, thrice, four times. There's a there's something that I read somewhere. I will not tell you who posted that. And the person said, bringing many interpreters is not helping the deaf. Let the deaf people participate. Let them speak out. Which I agree with this person is true. Most of the time, people will call interpreters, which is fine. But you don't allow the deaf person to talk, to participate here. You don't allow them to speak what they want to discuss, to let them discuss what they want to discuss. I think that this is the time when we need to change how we think. Going to school is good. There is education which we get from books and which is knowledge. I mean, we get knowledge from what? From school, from books. But there's wisdom which comes from God alone. You can find a person who is speaking with a lot of wisdom, but this person never went to school. That is what we call wisdom. This person is wise. But there are people who have gone to school. They have even PhDs. They have big names. They have Siji the doctor, the professor, Siji who engineers. Call them. They have those big titles. But if you just sit down, if you just sit down and see how they're behaving, you will be disappointed a lot. Because the name which they have and their behaviors, they're contradicting. You're expecting a person who has gone to school, is a learned fellow, to behave so well, but they fail you. Like, who is this? What are you doing? Sincerely, honestly, what's that? All what I want to say, if you cannot help, please don't call. Just let these people be. Just let them be, because you are adding a lot of stress, discrimination. They feel offended, they feel upset, they're not happy, they feel lonely. You are adding a lot of a problem. These people already have enough problem. People are hurt. If you cannot help, please don't talk about it. That's all I wanted to say. Share this video and let's work together to help those people who are being discriminated in the society. Most of the disability are created by people who are hearing, people who think they are normal. You are making the society to be so disabled. When you don't want to employ this person, then what solution are you giving this person? Are you not creating a world full of disability? You only need a person who is hearing. Okay, okay, fine. That's your own decision. It's okay with you. But I will not keep quiet. Speak and help. Speak and help where it's needed. It's important because tomorrow is a mystery. Tomorrow is hidden. It's a secret. You cannot know what will happen tomorrow. Maybe you're the person who will become deaf, or you'll be blind, or both, or you never know. Please change.